Hello, welcome to the weekly wind-up with myself, Emma Kirke. The community around you is not only your home and the hub of your social life, but it can also be a source of supportive networks and that second chance you never thought you would receive. The Huddersfield Community Trust provides this service and many more for the townspeople and surrounding areas. I'm joined today by Lisa Hewitt, the CEO of the Trust, who's here to give us an insight into the brilliant work that they're currently undertaking and some amazing future projects they have. Welcome to the show, Lisa.
Thank you.
So tell me about the Huddersfield Community Trust.
Okay, there's a lot to know really about us. We're based at the Zone, so that's our home and that's like our business arm, and that supports all the rest of the building and the departments that live within it. We deliver professional sports on behalf of Huddersfield Giants and an education programme that is associated with the Giants.
Okay.
We also run the National Citizen Service from our trust, which goes works along the community, working with young people aged between 15 and 16, nearly 17 too. We also have the Zone itself, which there's so many things that happen down there. It's unreal really, working with babies from nearly 6 weeks old all the way up to, I think we've got an 84-year-old that's on a back to rugby programme that we run on a Tuesday.
Back to rugby at 84, that's quite impressive.
Absolutely. I think it's been out about 4 years, but yeah, it's doing really well.
So as CEO of the Trust of something of that magnitude, would you have any particular highlights?
We do. We currently run the Community Awards at Huddersfield Business Awards a couple of weeks back. A massive achievement for me and the team, especially with the charity. We've not worked as a charity for very long in the way that we are doing now, but that's our first sort of accolade, and we're so chuffed to get it, and we're still thriving on it at the moment, and hopefully there's many more to come.
So I understand that this is actually, next year will be the 10th year, won't it?
That's right, yes,
so,
it will.
I mean, I've worked in Huddersfield for a long time and I was quite unaware of your trust and what you're doing. So to achieve that award must give you a bit more of a platform.
No, absolutely. I think, as I said to you before, we've not worked as a charity before because we used to get funding in a different way, and now we've got to look for it ourselves, and we've got to find that funding and make ourselves sustainable. We're looking at having a multi-sensory room next year, so we're looking into funding to put that in place, and because we've got such a big play structure in the Zone, we've got to give exactly the same to the community for children with disability and complex needs. And the field is so big, and I never really realised how big it was till you start it and you start meeting with so many people that I know would benefit from that multi-sensory zone.
So do you have any other projects that are...
We do. We have an ability count project that's on at the moment, and that's working with children with disabilities and adults with disabilities, predominantly football on the pitches, twice a week. We also have the NCS project that I've talked to you about a little bit, but that's a massive programme working with young people. They do a lot of volunteering work. They work with charities in Huddersfield and surrounding areas, so that's a really big project. There's little things going on all the time, and I'm trying to work out which departments I can sort of talk about the most, but they're all special in their own way. They've all got their own little things going on, and it's trying to keep a head on rugby and then thinking about what dance are doing, think about NCS. So it's mad sometimes, and some mornings it can be so mad that you come in and we're down staff in the Zone and it's throwing it down. So we're all hands on deck, all staff are hands on deck, washing tables, washing plates, whatever we need to do to move the Zone forward so that people aren't coming into a dirty sitting area.
This is obviously something you're very passionate about, I can tell, you know, by the way you're talking about it. How do you see it moving forward?
I think for me it's the charity. We really need to focus on the charity. If people know what the Zone is, it's a play structure, it's got a couple of pitches, but people don't know about the charity itself and the good work that we do. And I think for me it's just still meeting as many people as I can and just explaining what we're about and what we can do for you as well. Our community is your community, and we want to get as many people as we can into our community, and the multisensory room will make that happen.
And when is that going to happen?
We're putting in for funding at the moment, and we're sort of doing quite a lot of fundraising events for the multi-sensory room, so we can sort of have an input into it as well. But I would like to think maybe at the end of next year. I was hoping it would be more the beginning, but I think, you know, when you look into things always take a lot longer than what you first expect. Absolutely. Yeah, we're just doing a changing room facility at the moment, where we need to make a changing room for children and adults to use, and that wasn't on my agenda to start with till I started talking to people and realising what I needed to do before we went this way with the multi-sensory room.
So what fundraising projects have you got going on at the minute?
Okay, I think because we're such a small charity, we don't have a fundraising person or somebody to do with the funding. We're always looking at where we can pinch people from different roles to help out. I'm hopeful that next year in a 3-year plan we can plan out what we need to move the charity to the next steps.
So if somebody wants to get involved with the charity or volunteer or do some fundraising, how do they get in touch with you?
Okay, the zone is where they would probably come originally, but if you go on our website and put HCT in, it'll come up, and there's a Twitter account there, and there's a telephone number, there's my email address, anything, you know, but if you just rang the zone, they would put you through to me.
Okay.
And we're just starting to build up a bank of volunteers to support us in these events, so that would be brilliant if we could get anybody to help.
Do they need to go through any particular training?
Not training, but we would go through an induction and just explain to them what we're about, and we need them to be as passionate as what we are about moving our charity forward. But not necessarily training. It's really, I feel that if you want to do it and you understand how we work, then you'd fit in with where we need to go.
If you wish to contact us about this or any other topic, you can do so by the usual means. I'm Emma Kirke. Goodbye for now.